Okay, so the idea now is to talk very simply about page table based register. As the name suggests, it's a register in the CPU. Now, the idea of this register is just to tell me where to go in the RAM to get to the page table where there is no, for example, result in the TLB, translation Lucas site type buffer. Now, when it happens, when the CPU wants something from the memory, from the RAM, so he looks if there is the data he wants in the table leukocyte buffer. If it's there, it's very fast. It's close to the CPU, so it's just take the address and gets the data from the RAM. Now, if there is a miss right over here, the CPU needs to know where to go to the RAM to look for the page table, and the page table in the RAM will tell him where is the data he needs in the RAM. So let's see how it goes. He needs something that tells him where is the page table in the RAM. So the page table based register, as the name suggests, it tells him where is the page table in the RAM. Let's see how it goes. So if there is a hit in the TLB, great. The CPU calls the TLB, no need for PTBR, page table based register, because we found match in the TLB. We can translate the virtual address to physical address and go to the data in the RAM and get the data and get it back to the CPU. Everything is great. But if there is a TLB miss, the translation is not in the TLB, then we need the page table based register, PTBR. There, it will contain where to go in the RAM to get to the page table, and there we will look for the translation and the data. So it's a miss in the TLB, then the PTBR points to the page table in the RAM, and then we need the page table, store it in the TLB, get the data from the RAM and back to the CPU. So you saw that we need the PTBR when there is a miss in the TLB. It tells us where to go in the RAM to look for the page table. Because of this, it is called page table based register. It's in register and tells where to go in the RAM for the page table. That's all the idea of page table based register. Thank you very much, and that's it.